What is up, guys? So today I wanted to show you how to downgrade your NVIDIA Shield 2017 to version 6.3.0. Since when you try that, it auto updates to like a version 7 point something, and you don't want it to happen because you want 6.3.0 for some reason. I don't know why. You just want it for research, I guess. And I just wanted to show you how you can bypass the update screen so you can still access the 6.3.0 version. So let's just get into it. Okay, so the first thing, you're gonna need a couple of things. Of course, your NVIDIA Shield. You're gonna need a USB-A to USB-A cable. I use this one. It needs to be USB 3.0. If you can see here, it has two USB ports. And you also gonna need like a controller, like 2017 version or 2015. I recommend using 2015 because once you're on 6.3.0, the controller won't work anymore for getting into the bootloader. It will work on your device as usual, everything. You just can't get the bootloader to work with it. You can get into the bootloader by using ABD, which I'm going to show you in a second. You can also use an old keyboard, like I have this one right here from Microsoft, and that could also work as a controller. You can just press AB on that, and that works too. And just use the bootloader in that. So this cable is the main thing we're gonna need, and we actually technically we can do this without controller, but I really recommend just having a controller since it makes everything way easier. And yeah, if you potentially almost brick it, you can always save it with your controller instead of if you are not able to use ABD again. So yeah, let's just get to the Shield, and I'll explain everything. Okay, so as you can see right here, my PC is on the left hand side and my Shield is here. So first we're gonna set up some things on the Shield. So grab your controller and go to settings. Then you're gonna go to device preferences. You're gonna go to about. You're gonna go way down to build and just spam it. And now it says you are a developer. You need to click it a few times and then it comes. Now go back. Now go down. And then go to developer options. Now turn on, where is it? USB debugging. And click on OK. Now you can see this. So the USB-A to USB-A cable you have, you're gonna need to plug that into the USB port that is the farthest away from your HDMI port. You need to plug it in there. So let's just do that. And then just leave the other side for later. We're gonna plug that into our PC later. So yeah. So now this everything with the Shield should be done. And now just let's switch to the PC. Okay, so now that we're here, this is the page you need to be. It's the first link in the description, if I'm right. We're gonna need the latest Shield family Windows USB driver. Now why we need this, and I will show you. If you now plug in your cable into your PC, your USB cable that is already connected to your Shield, then there should be a pop-up on your Shield to ask to gain access, to let the PC access your Shield. Just click on yes and everything. And now if you click on Windows X and then go to in English it's gonna be device manager. So click on that. You're gonna get this. As you can see, it's gonna say Shield Android TV, and it's gonna say like your driver is not good, blah 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 blah. So what do you need to do? You need to download the latest driver. Just let this install. Then open it. Then wait. Extract it. It's right here. And now this can go away. And now you can install it by left clicking on it or just double tapping it. Go to this tab here, the second tab, that's gonna be drivers, and then click on update driver, the second one, and then click on do it myself, so the second one again, then click on here, and then go to the folder. So for me that's gonna be my desktop, of course, and then it's gonna be the Shield family folder. It's this one, so this one, the Shield family, Wakeyo, blah 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 blah, and then click on OK, and click on next, and it should be installed, and then click on close, and that should be it. You should be good. Okay, now go to the the next link in the description. So we're gonna download ADB and Fastboot, so you can edit everything in your Shield. So click on download SDK Platform Tools for Windows. Click on accept, and then you should get a Platform Tools folder. Now it's in my downloads folder. And we can click, I'm just gonna place it on my desktop because that's easier. And then we're just gonna click on extract files here. And then it should be right here, Platform Tools. And next thing you wanna do is go to this, place it wherever you want. The best place for me to place it is local C, and then program files. And then I already have it right here, but you still have to put it there. It's the same folder, so it doesn't really matter. And the next thing you want to do is click on this PC, and then right click, and then properties, so here, and then go to advanced system settings right here, then go to this, I don't know what it's called in English, I'm sorry. It should be on the advanced tab and then this one. Okay, so now go to path, and then you have to add platform tools. I can just delete it like this, so I can add a new one. So how do you do that? Go to the third option right here, and then go to where is it? It's of course on my C drive. C drive. Where just go where you put your platform tools folder, and I put it in program files. So, and then click on platform tools, and then click on OK, and it should be right here, and then click on OK, and then click on OK, and then click on OK. And to test if it works, your Shield should still be connected. So go to CMD, run as administrator, and type ADB devices. And there is my device. There should be a number right here or something. You can also type fast boot devices, and that means it's working. If it wasn't working, it would say this isn't a command. So that's good. And the next thing we want to do is to download the 6.3.0 file. So how are we going to do that? Okay, so the next link you're gonna want to go to is this one. This is the firmware, since the original one isn't on the NVIDIA developer page anymore. And now we're just gonna click on download now. And then click on Softpedia Secure Download US. And then it should start to download in a second. And if you can see right here, it's downloading. Just wait until it's downloaded. Okay, so now you can see it's installed, so we can leave this page and put the file on our desktop. And then click on extract here. It's going to start to extract the folders. And now it's extracted, so you can delete the zip file. Now you can open this one, and we're still missing one file because we kind of need to fuck up the shield in a kind of way so that it uses ADB while it's still loading, but not you shouldn't be able to set it up. So what you need to do is go to the next link in my description, and it will bring you to a Google page. I will show you right now. So as you can see, that link will go to this page, and just click on download, and it will download a file called userdata.img. As you can see right here, I already have it installed, so I don't need it. And it should be in your downloads folder, and just put that in the same folder as your recovery folder of 6.3.0 developer. And now that should be it. And now let's get back to the shields. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is boot our NVIDIA Shield 2017 into fast boot. You can do it with a controller, but I'm showing you how to do it with ADB because that's what we're gonna need most of the times. Make sure your USB is plugged in, and like I already taught you, it should be plugged in as far away, the farthest USB port of the HDMI port. You're also going to need a micro USB port and plug that into your shield as well to connect your controller to your shield. And I'm going to show you why. First, open CMD and run as administrator. Then type ADB devices to make sure your device is connected. You can see it's here, and then type ADB reboot bootloader, ADB reboot bootloader, and press enter. And then it should boot into this. As you can see right here. Now your controller already has to be plugged in, otherwise it won't work for some reason. You can move it down and up by pressing X and Y on your controller, and you're only going to need it for one thing, and that is to unlock the bootloader. So go into that by pressing X or Y, and then click on A, and then click on confirm. It's going to unlock the bootloader. By the way, if your controller wasn't plugged in while your shield was on, already in fast boot, just plug the cable out of your shield, reboot it, and do this again, just ADB reboot bootloader, and make sure your controller was already plugged in, and then it should work. And now just wait until your bootloader is unlocked. Okay, so now our bootloader is unlocked, as you can see. And now we can just leave the controller for what it is. You can leave it plugged in, you can pull it out, doesn't really matter. The next thing we're gonna need to do is go back to the PC, and you can click this away. So what we want to do is right click on this and click on edit, and then remove fastboot reboot, and then type fastboot flash userdata.img and click on Ctrl S to save, or click on save like this, and then click it away, and then double click on flash all.bat to flash everything to your shield, and then it should start flashing. It should look like this on your shield. And it should look like this on your PC, and just wait until everything is done. And if you can see now, the user data is flashing and it should fill. So after that's done, just press enter. The pop-up that userdata.img isn't properly installed is good, and we need to do that multiple times. So go to CMD and run it as administrator, and type cd cd and then type cd desktop. My desktop is actually in a different drive, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm Dutch, so it's called Bureaublad. I can't type, I'm stupid. And then we're gonna get the name of this folder right here. You can just copy it and type cd, paste it, and then type fastboot flash userdata.img, and then press enter. It should fill again. Yes, and then do it again. And then do it one more time to make sure it's fucked. And then you can just type a fastboot reboot and then press enter, and then we're gonna get back into the shield. And then just wait, and then we should get the screen of that the bootloader is unlocked. There it is. NVIDIA logo, and then we should get the Google screen, and it should infinite load. It should be infinite loading. Or just once you hear that pling pling pling, like the yes, that one. And now as you can see, Google's infinite loading, and we can get back into the PC again. So we're gonna go to CMD and run it as administrator, and then make sure it's still an ABD device. Yes, like that. Then we're gonna type a few things. You can see right here. Type ADB root. Oh, it's already on root. That can happen. And then type ADB remount, and then this thing pops up. And then type ADB disable verity, like this, and a presenter. And now we need to reboot, so type ADB reboot. And then we need to wait again until our system is back on. And wait until we hear the bling bling bling. NVIDIA. And there it is. Now we're gonna back into the PC. Make sure ADB device is back again, right there, and then type ADB root again. Then type ADB remount again, and now type ADB shell. Oh, that's not what I wanted to show. ADB shell, and now type these commands. First rm rm rf or this minus rf space slash system slash priv minus app slash tegra OTA, and then press enter. And now type rm minus rf slash system slash app slash tegra OTA, and the last one type rm minus rf and then slash system slash app slash tegra OTA.apk, and then press enter, and then type sync, and then type reboot. And then we need to wait again. This should be on your device again. And then we have to wait until it syncs again. There it is. Go back onto the PC. And then type ADB device again to make sure it's connected. Yes. Then type ADB reboot bootloader, because now we're going to fix the user data. And as you can see, we're into the bootloader. And there's one thing now we need to type, and that is fastboot erase user data. And then we need to wait. That's good. And then we need to type fastboot reboot, and then we should be done. So go back onto the shield. We can press away CMD. We don't need that anymore. We can already connect our controller to our shield. And we can even disconnect our USB cable from our PC to our shield, because we don't need that anymore. Everything should be fine. And everything should be done. It's gonna reboot. And that's normal. So don't worry about that. Now we just have to wait until it loads up. now it's still this Google loading screen, but this time it's gonna go away. So we just have to wait. And now, as you can see, the Android logo is there. And we need to connect our controller. Mine's already connected, so I can just click the controller. And it's connected, but okay, that's working. English. No. I have an Ethernet cable. So that's going to be a little bit faster. I want to use that. No. Checking for updates. That's going to say no, because you can't update it anymore. If you want to update it, I will show you that later. And now we need to sign in. I will just go through that. Okay, so now I'm logged into Google. I can click on accept. I'm gonna click on no. I'm gonna click on no. I'm going to click on continue. I'm gonna click on not now. And then we're on 6.3.0 instead of it going to the update screen. There are a few things you're gonna need to know, because if you go to settings and go to, where was it, about, and then go to system updates, it's gonna not give you an update. If you look right here, it's not gonna work. You can't update it back anymore. So what you want to do, if you want to go back on version 7, version 8 or version 9, of course you want to just use USB debugger again, go to about, spam the build button to be a developer, and then we have developer options, and you can turn on USB debugging, then connect your cable again to your PC and your Shield, and then you can go to your PC and go to CMD, run as administrator, ADB devices to make it sure it's there, and then type ADB reboot bootloader, and then it will reboot to the bootloader. And then you can download from somewhere on the internet, I had an NVIDIA Shield 8.2.0 recovery image, and I click on flash all that path, and then you should be back on NVIDIA Shield 8.2.0 and can update again from further right on. That's normal, but that's not what I want. I just want to be on 6.3.0. So I want to get back, so I'm gonna type fastboot reboots, and then it's gonna reboot, and that's gonna be it. That's how you do it, and that's how you can get into 6.3.0 without getting the update screen. So I hope this helps, and I hope you can do fun things with this. I don't know why you would use this, it's just for fun, I guess. But yeah, this was a really nice thing to show, and let's just make sure it boots into 6.3.0 again. Yep, there we go. Also, that message before I go, that message in the when you start up your Shield, that's like your bootloader is unlocked. Don't try to lock it again, because otherwise you can't do anything anymore. And if you don't have like a keyboard or a 2015 controller, you cannot unlock it anymore, and then you can't put other software in it, or if you accidentally brick it or something. So just leave it like this, don't do anything other than this, and yeah, enjoy 6.3.0. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video, and bye bye.